It was a bright Saturday morning when Sarah burst into Jake's house, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Jake, let's explore the Whispering Woods today. I've heard so many stories about it, she exclaimed. Jake frowned slightly. You know those woods are said to be haunted, right? What if we get lost? Come on, it'll be fun. We'll just stick to the path, Sarah urged, pulling him along. Reluctantly, Jake grabbed his backpack and followed her out the door. As they entered the woods, the sunlight filtered through the trees, creating a mosaic of shadows on the ground. Isn't it beautiful? Sarah said, spinning around to take in the scenery. Yeah, but it feels a bit eerie, Jake replied, glancing around. I swear I heard something rustling in the bushes. Probably just a squirrel. Don't be such a chicken. Sarah laughed, but a chill ran down her spine. She couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. After wandering deeper into the woods, they stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin. Curiosity got the best of them. Let's check it out. It might have some cool stuff inside, Sarah suggested. Jake hesitated. I don't know, Sarah. It looks creepy. Just a quick look, please. Sarah pleaded, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Jake sighed, knowing he wouldn't win this argument. Inside the cabin, dust motes danced in the beams of sunlight. They found old furniture covered with sheets, cobwebs hanging in the corners. Wow, this place is ancient, Sarah exclaimed. Suddenly, they heard a creaking sound from behind them. Did you hear that? Jake whispered, his voice trembling. Before they could react, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. Who are you? It growled, revealing features twisted by anger and madness. Fear gripped Sarah's heart as she realized they were not alone. She grabbed Jake's arm tightly. Run, she shouted. They sprinted out of the cabin, the sound of heavy footsteps chasing them. As they raced through the woods, panting heavily, Sarah turned back to look. He's coming after us, she cried. Where do we go? We're going in circles, Jake shouted, trying to catch his breath. Over there. The stream. Sarah pointed. They dashed towards the sound of rushing water, hoping it would help mask their escape. They reached the stream and hid behind a cluster of bushes. The killer appeared moments later, scanning the area with menacing eyes. They held their breath, praying he wouldn't find them. After what felt like an eternity, he finally turned away, deep into the woods. We need to get out of here, Sarah whispered urgently. We have to call the police. With trembling hands, Sarah pulled out her phone but realized she had no signal. Jake, we have to get to higher ground. Maybe we can get a signal there. They climbed up a small hill, where Sarah finally got a signal. She dialed 911, her voice shaky. Please, you need to help us. We're in the Whispering Woods, and there's a man chasing us. The operator assured her help was on the way. Stay where you are. Help is coming, he said. What if he finds us before they do? Jake whispered, panic in his eyes. We stick together, and we stay quiet, Sarah replied, trying to keep her composure. Minutes felt like hours, but finally, they heard the distant sound of sirens. A police car pulled up at the edge of the woods, and Detective Thompson emerged, his expression serious. Where are you? He called out. Over here, Sarah yelled, and soon they were surrounded by officers. Detective Thompson approached them. What happened? He asked urgently. Sarah recounted the terrifying encounter as Jake clung to her, visibly shaken. He was trying to hurt us. With swift action, the police officers began combing the woods. Suddenly, they heard a rustling nearby. Surround that area, Detective Thompson commanded. Moments later, they apprehended the shadowy figure who had tormented them.